right, Mr. Diaz, I have a citation here before me, and it's for failure to wear seatbelt. And also, it is for operating a vehicle without a valid license. On the failure to wear a seatbelt, it is an infraction that carries a $30 fine. The failing to have a driver's license is the more serious offense, or driving without a valid license. That is a Class B misdemeanor, which means it carries a maximum fine of $1,000, maximum jail sentence of 6 months. I never asked you, do I need to get an interpreter involved, or can he understand English?
I am interpreting for him. He can understand a little bit.
Okay.
But if you require like a legal interpreter, I wouldn't know the legal terms.
The legal for what?
Like interpreting the terminology in Spanish.
Okay, so I mean, I can get one online. I just have a note here that no interpreter was needed. So I didn't know, and I thought I better clarify before I get into this too much further.
I think I can interpret for him. And if there's something that I don't understand, then I guess we can.
Okay, so can you advise him of those fines then for me? Because I'm going to have to go through his rights, because it is a Class B misdemeanor also.
Okay.
Okay, so go ahead and inform him of the fines and penalties associated with with count 1, which is failing to wear a seatbelt. It is a fine of $30.
Dijo que su primer como quien dice, lo pararon por no traer
¿Multa?
Cinturón.
¿Primer multa?
Sí, la primera multa por no traer cinturón, que es $30, que no es un gran problema, pero manejar sin una licencia, eso sí es una infracción mayor, y que la sentencia máxima serían 6 meses de ir a la cárcel, o si no, una multa de $1,000. Eso es lo máximo que lo pueden sentenciar. Pero, bueno, lo máximo, lo más que pueden darle. Y que si usted entiende
esas reglas.
Sí, que le están imponiendo.
Sí, está bien. Lo entiendo.
Okay.
Okay, so I have to advise him of his rights, because there is a possibility of a jail sentence. And so it requires me to tell him what his rights are. And so I'm going to go through those. I'm just going to go through one by one, and then I'll have you interpret for him after I've stated each right, rather than trying to tell you all the way through. So he's guaranteed certain rights by the Constitution of the United States and by the Kansas Constitution. If you want to advise him.
Dice que le va a dar sus derechos, como es posibilidad de la sentencia máxima de 6 meses en la cárcel, pero nomás se las tiene que leer para que se entienda sus derechos. Y que tiene ciertos derechos con la Constitución de los Estados Unidos y también con el estado de Kansas.
Okay.
So he has the right to appear in open court and defend himself against the charges made.
Tiene el derecho de pelear la corte con los cargos que le han puesto.
There can be no disposition or sentencing in his case without his presence.
No lo pueden sentenciar o darle los cargos sin que usted esté presente.
He does have the right to hire an attorney, or if he cannot afford an attorney, the court can appoint an attorney for him.
Tiene el derecho a un abogado, o si no tiene el dinero para un abogado, ellos le dan uno.
Okay.
he has the right to demand the nature and the causes of the charges.
Tiene el derecho de pedir la información de los cargos que le dieron a usted.
He has the right to cross-examine any witnesses that the state would have.
Tiene el derecho de entrevistar si hay personas que fueron testigos de los cargos, pero no hubo testigos, ¿verdad?
No,
Okay.
pues no tenemos.
He also has the right to subpoena persons to come in and testify for him.
También tiene el derecho de pedir que alguien se presente como su testigo.
Okay.
He's not required to testify or be a witness against himself.
Usted no va a ser, no lo van a pedir que usted mismo sea el testigo de su caso.
He has the right to remain silent.
Tiene el derecho a mantenerse en silencio, de no hablar sin tener representación de un abogado.
He does have the right to be let out on bond, and they the trooper did not arrest him. He just gave him a citation.
Dice que si por una razón le meten los cargos de ir a la cárcel, que va a tener la oportunidad como de pagar la multa para que no tenga que ir. ¿Se entiende?
Sí.
Sí.
Okay.
He has the right to a speedy and public trial by a jury.
Tiene el derecho de presentar su caso con gente que los juzguen, con un grupo de personas
Okay.
que oigan su caso.
And if there is a conviction, he has the right to appeal the decision of the court or jury.
Cuando los sentencien, si usted no está de acuerdo con la sentencia, usted tiene el derecho de pelear eso.
Okay.
Okay, so I'm going to tell you, since the most serious count is driving without a valid license, I feel like I should tell you what my normal fine is for that. And I don't actually sentence a person to jail unless there's issues that the court would be made aware of. But in this matter, the normal fine for driving without a license is $150. I'm not sure how Mr. Diaz is wanting to proceed, and if he could advise me, that would be helpful. I told you the fine for the seatbelt was $30, the $150 for the driving without a driver's license, plus the state of Kansas has court costs assessed in all cases, and that amount is $108. So I need to just have some clarification. Is he wanting to have an attorney? Is he wanting to, enter a plea today? I need his direction to be able to proceed.
Okay. Dice que por lo normal ella no manda a nadie a la cárcel por estas cosas, solamente que haya otros problemas. Y
Okay.
la multa por manejar sin licencia es $150. La multa por no traer el cinturón es $30. Y también hay cargos para la corte, costos que ellos hacen de $108. Entonces ella quiere saber si quiere, cómo se declara y si quiere proceder con estos cargos de las multas.
No quiero proceder, está bien. Yo pago la multa. Sí.
Okay. He said he would like to declare himself guilty for the fines and the
Declaro
charges,
culpable.
and he does not want to appeal or proceed with an attorney.
Okay. Okay. So then I'll take his plea of guilty and find that he is guilty of driving without a seatbelt. And I'll assess that fine of $30 along with the court cost of $108. In addition, on count 2, which is driving without a driver's license, I'll accept his plea of guilty and find that he's guilty and assess the $150 fine. So let's talk about how we want to handle payments here. There's a couple of ways. I'd be glad to schedule a payment arrangement with him. He can pay it all at once. He can call in or send us a money order. If he does decide to call in and put it on his debit card, I believe that it's a 4% charge to utilize the debit card. So it'd be 4% of what is due. And let me look here. So it looks like it's right at $288 for both counts and the court cost. So does he want to set up a payment arrangement? Would he prefer just to take care of it all at once?
Okay. Dice que el total es 288. Si quiere, ella puede hacer pagos, o si quiere hablar, podemos pagar con la tarjeta, pero hay un cargo de 4%, no sé cuánto sería eso, adicional a los 288. O si quiere, puede mandar una money orden a la corte. Con
Un cheque no se puede.
No, cheques
No.
no sé. Do you accept checks?
We do. We just don't like to. If you can send us a check, that would be fine. It just takes a little bit longer for us to clear up his ticket, but that's fine if he wants to go ahead and mail a check.
No, pero dice que si quiere mandar un cheque que sí está bien, nomás que se va a tardar en procesar más tiempo.
Entonces, mija, ¿tú qué opinas? ¿Lo pagamos con la tarjeta mejor, eh?
Pues sería dinero extra. Si quiere con un cheque, lo puede mandar.
Pero si se va a tardar, no quiero problemas. Mija.
Bueno. He would like to do the card over the phone payment, just so it takes care of it right away.
So everything's done. Okay, so I will give him the phone number. And if he would call like after lunch today and pay it, I can get this over, the fines and stuff can get entered into the system. And then the clerks will be able to take the payment and apply it to the fines and costs today.
Perfect.
Okay, so the telephone number that you'll need to call for that is 785-877-5720. And they'll want to know what case, and I'll give you the case number here. And his case is 2020 CR 536.
2020 CR 536.
Well, I told you wrong. It should be T as in Tom, TR.
Oh. Okay.
Well, no, I said C, but it should be T.
Okay. 2020 TR 536.
Correct.
Okay.
Correct. So does he have any questions? I want to make sure he understands everything that has happened this morning. So if he has any questions, I'll be glad to answer that.
Que si no tiene preguntas, quiere ella asegurarse de que se entiende todo lo que pasó y todos los cargos y todo.
No, no tengo preguntas ni una. Entiendo los cargos.
He understands and he does not have any questions.
Okay. All right, then. Well, I'll end this hearing, and if he'll call after lunch, he can get everything taken care of.
Okay.
All right. Thank you.
Mhm.
Thank you.